Hello everyone once again and a very good evening guys here in India. So guys, here we are in the fourth talk show, Bhautik Digitally, yours, the very first talk show of India, where guys we are talking from last couple of days regarding the different technologies for the digital marketing. We all started with the SEO for startups. We understood the how to create the e-commerce user profiling, how to understand that. And guys, just a few days back, we understood how to do the growth hacking via storytelling on social media. So guys, today we have Pranav Thakkar with us. Welcome, Pranav.
Hi, Bhautik. How are you?
Wonderful, great. So guys, let me introduce Pranav here. Pranav has more than 12 years of experience in designing, developing, and deploying high-scale projects using cutting-edge technology. He extensively works with many startups, SMEs, corporate and government agencies to automate their business processes for achieving higher growth. As the CTO of his company, Suflam Technologies, Pranav leads the development team to deliver high-quality products and ensures timely delivery by various project management activities. High quality, firm commitment, and honest communication is the key to his success. Pranav holds master's degree in computer application. During his free time, obviously, he indulges himself in playing with his son Rehan and exploring the nature. So, guys, believe me, we are talking with the so knowledgeable and so intelligent person during his college days, and I know him personally from since then. So, guys, we are going to talk regarding mobile applications, and our focus would be on optimization of the mobile apps because we understand that website optimization is important. But at the same time, because we are living in the new era of applications, we also need to understand the mobile apps. So, Pranav, let's start with a very common perception of everybody that till at least we talk about India, let us not talk about right now the other countries. People still so, not so confident about going with the website. And it is so difficult to convince them that they should have the website. So, during this time period, when we are talking about that, hey, you have to create the mobile app, how difficult it is for you as a company to convince somebody to go for the mobile app?
Right. Yeah, it's a good question. Like, see, digital transformation is the buzzword over the internet right now. Now, if you see for digital transformation, mobile phone, the smartphone is playing a key role. Okay. So in that case, if you are buying something from Amazon, or if you are hiring a cab by Uber, you already know that the mobile apps are working very good. And if you are not adopting that, then your business is on risk, because there are many startups, there are many industries which are coming with the digital transformation solution using mobile apps, and people loves to adopt that. Make My Trip, Zomato, Amazon, all these are the standards now. You can find it in all the mobiles of any user across India. So if you are not making decisions to go live on a digital platforms like web apps and mobile apps, then you are risking your business. That's what we believe.
Yeah. Pranav, you know that 10 years back, a decade ago, there were two entities normally so many organizations were using. The number one was the normal website with the www, and another was a mobile website, so M.
Right.
Lately, when applications came, so many organizations started adopting the application, obviously because you said that application was revolutionary in the field of smartphones. So now there are few companies who are still handling three assets. Number one, their web website. Number two, their mobile website. And number three is the mobile application. So technically, how important it is rather to use the three different assets, or is there any solution where company like yours can give the solution, so not to go with the three different assets and still they can manage so many things?
Yeah, so there are multiple options available. One, like let's say if there are some companies who says that, okay, I don't want to invest in three different platforms like web, iOS and Android, then there can be options for the cross-platform applications where the same code base can work on a iOS platform as well as the Android platform. And some part of it can be used for the web apps also. So that could be the one options. But again, that depends on the kind of business you are into, the how many times the users are going to use your app, and the kind of data they will be storing or viewing on your app. So in certain cases, we do recommend them native apps also, because let's say if the performance is the key, if there is large number of user base who is going to use these apps, then of course the performance is the much required thing. So in that case, we recommend native applications. So again, it depends on the kind of business, the kind of users to be targeted, and the performance.
Right. Okay. So Pranav, we know that the optimization is the key nowadays. So having a website is not going to give you the business. Similarly, having the mobile application is not going to give the business. As a developer, as a project handler, or as a CTO, at the time of developing the website, what kind of things you have to consider? Now, there are two questions. I'm diversifying these two questions. Number one question is from the part of the developer, that what kind of things as a developer you need to take care if you want application to get optimized so that people can easily search when they are in the Play Store or iOS Store.
Right. So basically, when any client comes to us with any app idea, the first questions we generally do ask is that, why should I download your app? Let's say if I am the end user, tell me that why should I download your app? What is the need? Because no doubt we have a very good memory smartphones available nowadays, but still the memory and the number of apps on your phone is the issue. You cannot have thousands of apps on your mobile device. So the users needs a strong reason due to which they can download your app. So what we generally say to the clients that don't clone any other business, like don't clone any apps. Just because it's in your domain and it's very popular. First of all, find out your USP, that what is unique you are selling, and secondly, once you find out your USP, then identify your target client base, and accordingly design the app. So in that case, it involves the architecture, the platform, as I said, like cross-platform or hybrid or a native. What approach should be taken? Then it comes user design and user experience. That is very much important. If the user experience of the app is not proper, then the users will going to use it for 1 or 2 days and then they will uninstall it. So if we don't want to do that, then the user experience must be very good. So that's the key point. And after that, once your app is live, then there are the app optimizations techniques, which is must if your application is for public domain where you expect the users to download it from the Play Store. Then there are app optimization techniques which you must follow.
Right. So that is the thing, Pranav, that as a developer, like we know that when we do the optimization of the website, we do some on-page SEO activity.
Right.
So is that anything similar to even in the application development like Android or iOS, that you do something so that your app becomes searchable?
Of course. There are multiple techniques to it. The very basic starts from the app title. The way you give your title to your app, that is very much important. So because when any user is going to search this in the Play Store, the first thing the Play Store algorithm will try to match is the title of the application. Secondly, in the case of iOS, they allow keywords to be entered. So around they are allowing 100 characters limit to add the keywords. So if you are targeting the right keywords in that, then definitely you will be able to go higher in the ranking, App Store ranking. So in that case, again, you need to decide that what kind of keywords you are targeting, because there might be one generic kind of keywords which all the apps in your domain might be targeting, and there might be some unique keywords which is more relevant to your app. So you need to put your shoes in the client's or the user's perspective, and you need to decide that, okay, how my user is going to search this on a Play Store or a App Store.
Right.
So that is number one. And in the case of Android, there is a description field. I think it's around 400 characters, and the Google identifies the keywords out of those 400 characters description. So your description must be very much accurate. Ideally, the first 3 lines of your description must be quite impressive that the user get convinced to download your app. So that's the idea. And there are many more stuff. We can talk on that later. Yeah.
Okay, Pranav, we are getting some questions. Shruti is asking us the question. She is asking that for an e-commerce website, how should I optimize my mobile application? Is there anything with the e-commerce? Because when we talk about the e-commerce website, you have multiple web pages. So, you can play with all the web pages with the keywords and the other optimizing techniques. So how does it go with the e-commerce mobile app?
Well, there is one topic called app indexing. So that is supported by iOS as well as the Android. So in case of app indexing, it can actually make your app's data searchable on the search engines on a web. So in case of an e-commerce website, if we use app indexing and if we index all the major categories and products, then that will be searchable right in the Google search or any other search engine. It will appear in the web results like any other web page. And when any user will tap on that or click on that, it will open the relevant page or relevant screen in the app. So let's say if the app is not installed on your machine, on your mobile, then it will take you to the App Store download page, from where you download the app and it will take you to the relevant link or relevant screen.
Right. So what I'm understanding right now, Pranav, that first of all, it is important to create the application if you really want to get the business.
True.
If you understand from the perspective of the business. Second thing, you need to sit along with your developer just to understand why should I develop an app. So it's not necessary that if I'm the business, I must have the application.
Exactly. Very true.
So number 3, after having the application, if my application is not searchable, then it is of no use. So, Pranav, is there anything like, as I said earlier, that there is something from the side of the developer who do something so that your apps start getting optimized? So is there anything from the side of the user or maybe the company, those who are giving you to develop the app, can they do anything from their side? For an example, we see so many fake reviews. So these fake reviews, they ask their relatives and friends that go and give the 5 stars and so that. So is there any role of these reviews also which helps in getting up on the search index?
Yeah, definitely. So see, like any business, whether you are like having a physical business or you are running an online web store or it's a mobile application, there will be a need for marketing. As you set a specific budget for the marketing of your physical store, similarly, you need a budget to market your virtual store like a website or a mobile application. So in that case, there are certain marketing activities which includes fake reviews. I do not recommend as such because users are nowadays very much smart. They can sense. So as such, I don't recommend the fake reviews, but you can definitely encourage the users to give the reviews.
Right.
Okay. And accept it, whether it's a good or bad, and then interact with it. There is a mechanism in both these stores, in the Apple and Google, that you can reply to the review comments. So in that case, interact with the feedback, the person who has given the feedback. If it's some kind of a negative feedback also, then also accept it and thanks them to give the honest feedback, and then tell that how you are going to improve for that. Similarly, appreciate any good feedback.
Right.
Along with that, like I can share one example where we have recently worked for one client who is delivering medicines via mobile app. Like you scan the prescription and then they will see that prescription. They will deliver the medicines at your doorstep. So they were facing challenges in encouraging users to download the app. So what they did is like they did some promotional activities via flyers and some TV advertisement and all, and they offered some kind of a freebies. So that like if you download the app and if you order from the app, your first order will be having 50% discount, for example. Something like that. So once user will download your app for first time, and if your user experience is correct, then definitely he's going to stay on that. And of course, your app must have some kind of utility. So in this case, like there was a mechanism to schedule my order for every month. Let's say if I am taking some kind of pills on a regular basis, I can schedule it. So that is the utility. That's the utility. I don't need to remember. So then in that case, the user will not remove your app from his mobile.
Absolutely.
So that's what you have to sense that, okay, what feature I should give so that my apps get downloaded and also get retained on the user's phone.
So Pranav, let us think for a while from the perspective of a layman. Now, because of the extensive Google Ads, specifically to download the application, many a times it happens that by chance you click on some ad, you will be taken to some store, and maybe you go ahead with the flow and you download the application. At the time of the downloading the application, there is no need for you to download, but it is just you are going ahead with the flow. Now, at the time of downloading the application, your application asks for so many permissions. To access your contact details, to access your gallery and everything. I think there are so many people who wants to understand that when you are giving the permission to access your almost entire mobile phone, how safe it is to download such applications?
Well, it's a risky stuff for sure. Let's say it's a very simple that if you are giving the contacts, allowing the access to the contacts, that means that it can have it can import all your contact numbers with their name and all other fields which you have stored into that. So imagine your salesperson is downloading some kind of this junk app and he is allowing all his contacts shared on that. Then he is sharing all your client information. So that can be risky stuff. So ideally, whenever you are downloading the app, first of all, see that if the app is genuine, right? If there is a proper seller to that, if there is a proper company, if it's some individual and it's some kind of a small silly game or something, maybe, and if it's still asking you to allow the contacts access or your GPS location or Bluetooth access, so then you need to sense that, okay, that this is something which is wrong, because if there is a gaming app, why it's asking for my contacts or why it's asking for my GPS location? So that needs to be understood, because you are right that many of the times, many of the normal people, they just say allow. They even don't bother to read it. So that could be a problem.
That's so interesting, because normally what we do, we tend to install the application and we never read that what kind of permission it is asking, and we just we allow everything. So that is very wonderfully explained by you, because I think it will give an idea to so many of the viewers who are watching right now, or maybe.
I can give one very simple example of such apps. That if there is some app called Coupon King or something, where they claim that they are going to give some heavy discounts for particular stores, then the most of the users will download it happily. And in that case, due to the enthusiasm to use that app quickly, they say allow. But by that time, the data has already been shared. So that is definitely a risk, and that maybe in India there's not an awareness, and there is still we are not that much concerned. But over a period of time, it needs to be taken care. Otherwise, this can be a very big security risk.
Absolutely. Okay,
Yeah.
Pranav, okay, guys, if you have any question, you can please write down your question in the comment box below so that we have still few minutes to go with Pranav, so I can ask those questions to Pranav. And by the time you guys are putting some questions, I will continue with my own questions. So now the point is here, Pranav, that now again, let us talk from the perspective of the business.
Yeah.
There are companies which obviously you might have come across, and we are also coming across. They want you to develop the application. After that, they want some, they want some magic to happen overnight. So it means
Right.
they want that the application should get downloaded in couple of days in terms of thousands and then millions.
Yes.
Because ultimately they want to earn money through it. They want to connect
Definitely.
it with AdSense. They want to
Definitely.
earn money. So
Definitely.
now this kind of patients, this kind of cases rather must be coming in front of you also. So
For
like,
sure.
so what your company does in this case? Because I just want to understand that how you guys are dealing with this situation.
See, the most common kind of apps which we get, like many entrepreneurs comes to us and say that, okay, I want to make a database of all the, for example, all the builders across the Ahmedabad, or
Yeah.
I want to make a website for my, like we have this small group of, like we are artists, and I want to make an app for that. The very simple question we need to ask to them, that how difficult is to search this application, this information on Google. If Google
Right.
is already providing all this information, then who is going to download your app?
Absolutely.
Okay, so first thing you need to solve that okay, what extra I am providing apart from Google, so
Right.
that the people can download my app.
Right.
Your content must be very much accurate and very much useful to the particular set of users or the target audience. If it's not that, then how good application you are going to build, that's not going to work. Because
Right.
if I need to get any builder's information or any contractor's information, I can simply do a Google search and I can get a location wise search, like in the drive-in area, how many contractors are there, and all that information I can easily get. So that kind of application is not going to work. If you are
Right.
providing some uniqueness to it, so for example, that it's just an example that if you are providing a complete platform where I can get you I can get you in connect with all the, let's say if there is a marriage function and I
Right.
want to get connect to the band wala, and I want to connect to the designers, fashion designers, jewelry designers. If I am providing that everything from a single platform, then it
Right.
has a value. But this is
Right.
just an example. So
Right.
that we have to identify.
Right. Pranav, I want to get a little bit more technical over here now in the
Yes.
next question. Uh,
Yes.
as we know that Google has launched the project AMP, Accelerated Mobile Pages.
Yes.
Now, as we all know that it helps you, it makes your website more mobile friendly. It helps you in
True.
getting your web pages load faster on your mobile phones.
Yes.
So do you
Yes.
see that this kind of AMP kind of projects would be threat to the native applications which are available from the App Store? So what's your take on AMP along with the routine mobile applications?
So yeah, see, it depends on the usage. So if I have to use the particular page or particular website or app for once in a while, let's say once a month or once a quarter, then I don't feel to download that app. I can use the web page. If it's a
Yeah.
isolated web page, then it's very good. Otherwise, also I can go to that web page and I can use it even on my mobile. But
Right.
if there is something which is I'm going to use on a regular basis, let's say a weekly basis or a daily basis, then definitely it's a good idea to have an app which gets
Right.
downloaded. And by the way, Android has already come up with the concept of instant apps. So
Okay.
that concept is already live. The SDK has been already released. So
Okay.
in that case, in case of instant apps, you don't need to download the apps. You can use the apps without even downloading. So that's a new concept, and there are many good applications which has been already been ported to that. Yeah.
So does it mean, Pranav, that if I'm going to use the instant apps, my mobile memory will be saved?
Definitely. Yes, definitely. That's the good part of it.
Absolutely, that's the good part of it. Pranav, like a very silly question. I know that this could be a very silly question, but again, relating with the layman's and the routine issues what we face, can company should go for mobile app without having the website? So if I'm running a company, I'm not interested in developing the website, but because this is the era of mobile applications, I'm more interested to go with the apps. So do you suggest, or do you recommend that you can go with only app and without not having the website?
Of course. It's a good move. In fact, I can again give you the example. Imagine a wholesale vendor. He is selling maybe chairs, for example, and he's selling this to the retailers all across Gujarat. Okay. Now his clientele is fixed, and his catalog is also fixed. And so what he wants is he wants to get he wants order faster. So if my user is going to website and opening a page and browsing and all that, instead of that, what if we have an app where I can just enter the code of that particular chair or model which I need, and I can submit, and that's all. My order gets submitted, and my balance credit, which is there with my wholesaler, gets deducted from that. So it's a very simple and quick use case to have a mobile application.
Right. So, Pranav, you want to say that it's not necessary that you must develop app for the masses. You can you can develop application even for your selected targeted audience who may be your stakeholders.
Yes, very true. Yeah, whether it's they are your salesmen or they are your dealers, that can, or even it's a particular group of, let's say you are running some kind of a community or an association or a club, and you have 1,000 odd members with you. You can provide a very good interface via app to have all the updates shared with them. Let's say if you are arranging some kind of events, then sharing a movie ticket, sharing the tickets of those events directly via that app. Like we already see that in Book My Show and all that, they simply send you the QR code. Why not that can have in your own app also? Let's say if you are running an association, you can share those things. So that's the idea. Other than using a WhatsApp, again, the WhatsApp is a challenge. Like it's a now they make it encrypted, but still it's a risk to privacy. So any kind of important information which is a business data, ideally it should not be shared on a WhatsApp kind of a platform. You should have some secure or a private channel for that. So in that case, this kind of apps can be very much useful.
Pranav, before we are moving on to the end of the session, and I think last question from my side, and later on I will ask you something to do or from your side. Pranav, there are few platforms. Just like the website builders, now there are some platforms which tells you to develop the application. So they are the template based applications. So how do you see, like, what suggestion would you like to give to the people that whether they should go with this kind of app builders or they have to go to the genuine developer who can develop the apps?
So why? So even in the case of a website, as you might be knowing that the very simple question to that we ask to the client is that if you just need an app just for your branding, that okay, I have an app. Similarly, that we say that okay, I have a website, and you are not going to use it, then yes, you can go with the templates. It's going to be very easy, and even the college student can make you for that. Okay, but if you mean a genuine business, if you want to generate a genuine business out of it, then definitely you should hire a professional and an expert.
So I think for the long-term perspective, it will be very much benefit.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, Pranav, before we wind up, I want you to say something as an owner of your company. You have worked with so many international clients. So a very few words from your side so that people could understand the importance of the app, and definitely they can start thinking about developing the mobile application if they are into the business.
Yeah, so I'll say very simple thing that it's no longer a big fish eating the small. It's the fast eating the slow. So if you can deliver the business faster than your competitor, then you are going to win. So that's the key, and that's the reason you need digital platforms in your business, whether it's a web app or a mobile app or any kind of customized ERP or any kind of ERP solutions. You need that if you want to scale and if you want to scale faster. So the developed countries, which we say like USA or UK or Australia, how they prosper because they have built the systems which is very robust, and due to that they can focus on the growth rather than the day-to-day operations. So you need to identify the problems in your day-to-day operations. You need to digitize them using web apps or mobile apps, whatever. The solutions can be specific to the problem you are trying to solve. But if you have a right system in place, then rather than focusing on the day-to-day business activities, you can focus on the business growth part of it. So that would even our Prime Minister's motto is like Digital India. So we are already seeing the benefit of it, like getting the subsidy directly credited in our bank account or linking the Aadhaar cards and verifying everything in a single click. So that's how it can simplify your life or a business.
Yes. That is true. So true. And yes, guys, we all are into the digital, business. So we always support this initiative taken by Prime Minister. That was so nice, Pranav. Guys, you please connect with Pranav. He is the owner of the company called Suflam Technologies that is situated in Ahmedabad. So if you are in Ahmedabad, you should go and meet him. I think definitely he'll guide you. And if you are looking to hire some good developers or people who can give you the wonderful IT solutions, he's the person. Believe me, he'll give you all the solution. And it was so nice of him. Thank you so much, Pranav, for joining us.
Thank you.
And
thank you, Bhautik.
Before we wind up, guys, our next talk show is on 6th March. Rob Pack is going to join us from Chennai. His topic would be Google AdWords for sales conversion. And like Pranav said, that America has a robust system. Believe me, Rob Pack is an American right now settled in Chennai, and he's running his own company. So he's a very classical example of the reverse situation where some American came and settled down in India. So he is the Google AdWords expert, and he is going to join with us on 6th March at 4 p.m. Please be on time on the same page. And Pranav, also, if you are free on that day, I would like to join you also. I think you can also put forward some questions so that we can have a very good interaction.
Yeah, I'd love to do that.
Wonderful. So guys, we are taking a very short break before we come to the next talk show, and we have Holi in between. So happy Holi to all of you. Enjoy your days, enjoy your festival with your family. So Pranav, thank you once again, and see you soon again with a new topic. I am expecting you to bring again on this desk, and we are going to discuss on so many things.
Sure, definitely. Thank you, Bhautik. Bye.
Thank you. Bye everyone. Thank you so much.